and children and babies. 7 months baby fighting for their life. What kind of beast soldier is there? We have to defeat the enemy. We angry, we in pain, but we have to stay together, help the Ukrainian people. Слава Україні!
Слава!
Дорогі українці, дорога громада, за цей час ми показали надзвичайну згуртованість. Ті, хто були ще недавно по різних сторонах, показали свою згуртованість, і це дуже класно і дуже супер. Я буду говорити просто. Але існує велика потреба для наших територіальних громад по Україні. Армія прекрасно всі підтримуємо і продовжуємо це робити. Але ще надзвичайно велика просьба до всіх людей, і я впевнена, що багато з вас, хто тут є, всі маємо представників у територіальних громадах, тероборонах, перепрошую. І ми знаємо, що там відбувається. Будь ласка, зв'язуйтеся з ними і питайте, яка потрібна допомога. Там потрібна елементарна допомога, така як берці, яка було під час 2014-му, бронежилети і засоби медичної допомоги. Зв'язуйтеся зі своїми тероборонами і питайте, що потрібно. І допомагайте по можливості, бо це також дуже важливо. Дякую.
А до кого звертатися, якщо є якась потреба? Буде все
Є організації волонтерські, які займаються армією, потребами, суто арміями і медичними потребами. Але на місцях кожен...
Я хочу сказати, що слава Україні! Смерть ворогам! Путін! 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 Пішов ти нахуй!
Єврейський корабль, іди нахуй!
Okay, I will start with...
Just speak loud.
Can you hear me?
Very loud. That's
Can you hear me well?
yeah.
Okay, so we all know that Russian elites, their families, they all live abroad and enjoy luxury life. We demand for those families to be deported back to Russia. They have to pay for what they did to us. We want this to be done as soon as possible. You have to identify those people. For example, Lavrov's family, I believe his daughter is here in US. So why she's still here? She has to be back to Russia and enjoy life there. Why they're all abroad? That's the question. І звернутися українською мовою. Я хочу подякувати всьому народу України, війську України за їхній героїзм. Це такий героїзм, який ми запам'ятаємо на все життя, на всю історію України. Слава героям України, слава нашому війську!
Слава! 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 No war in Ukraine! No
War in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine!
No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No. Stop the war in Ukraine! 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 Stop the war in Ukraine!
name's Christina. I'm a first-generation Ukrainian American. My parents, their parents were born in Ukraine. To me, I never thought in my life that I'd have my little daughter here protesting the way I protested in the 70s and 80s as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old. I never thought this would happen again. Putin wants Ukraine. Why? We don't know. We do know, actually. He wants the Soviet Union again. But guess what? Ukrainians in Ukraine who are fighting by themselves aren't going to let this happen. They will fight to the very end. We need to pray for everyone that's fighting in Ukraine. The elderly woman that is holding a machine gun in her hands, the elderly woman that told the Russian soldier, here's some sunflower seeds, because when you die on our land, those sunflowers will grow from you. The 13 soldiers that fought off on Snake Island and told Putin, to you know what? To go, you know what yourself, and I'm not going to say it. To all those soldiers, to the women, the children, there shouldn't be newborn babies in the subways that are 3 days old living there. These children that are the same age as these children here should have a life in a free Ukraine, and we know that here. And the only way that we can help is to make sure that our neighbors, our friends, at work, at organizations that we volunteer at that are not Ukrainian, keep on reminding them who Ukrainians are. We are strong. Ми з козацького роду. And always important, remember, we just had kids coming from Ukrainian school. Nobody likes waking up to go to Ukrainian school on Saturdays, but now they know. They understand that knowing the language is fighting against Putin. Protecting and knowing their culture and heritage is fighting against Putin. To everyone here, tonight when you go to bed, say the biggest prayer you can, and every night thereafter. We cannot let Putin take his hands and take Ukraine over. Ukraine never was part of Russia. And he seems to have a distorted look of history, thinking that it was. And we know it wasn't. We must hold our U.S. government, at hand as well, and remind them about the Budapest Memorandum of 1994 that our government seems to have forgotten about.
They just care about oil price. That's it.
We also have to remember, our government, I don't know why, they need to stop purchasing Russian oil and gas.
That's great, yeah.
When you drive by a Lukoil, you keep on driving by and don't give them 1 penny. You call your statesmen, you call the senators and congressmen and tell them to stop purchasing Russian oil. We were energy independent. Now we're not. I don't understand why. We can be energy independent here in the United States. We don't need to rely on Russia. No one needs to rely on Russia.
No Russian oil!
No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! No Russian oil! Hi everybody. Can you hear me? Кажи голосніше, бо там не чути ззаді. I cannot stay silent anymore. I cannot watch Facebook news anymore. Stay home and cry silently. I cannot watch mothers bury their 25 years old sons just because somebody hates our country. I cannot take everybody sympathizing us. I cannot take this anymore. Everybody is watching us, telling us how brave, how great we are, and doing nothing. We don't know how many more days we have.
We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. What is everybody waiting for? We need to do sanctions right now. We need your actions right now. Not one country, everybody. Whole world needs to act now. We don't need your loud words. We need your actions. No war in Ukraine. No fly zone in Ukraine. No fly zone. Personal sanctions against Putin, Lavrov, all the Russian people. They need to be punished.
No war in Ukraine.
No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine! No war in Ukraine!
My name is Christina. I'm from Kiev. Okay, I'm from Kiev. I've been here 6 years now, but I'm from Kiev.
A little bit louder.
I'll be louder. Okay.
As loud as you can. Yell.
I have. Героям слава! We need to ask our elected representatives to do more, and we need to ask them to do more right now. We need to ask them not just to sanction Russia, not just to sanction the sanctions they've already done. We need to ask them to revoke all visas for all Russian citizens in every country in the world.
No visas for Russia! No visas for Russia! No visas for Russia! No visas for Russia!
Don't just sanction Russia, sanction Belarus. Make Russia and Belarus full pariah states. They should have no participation in any international organizations anywhere in the world. You should disconnect them from the Visa and the MasterCard systems. They should not be able to use any international payment systems. Ask specifically for defensive military capabilities, specifically javelins and stingers. Call your representatives and ask them for these things. Not tomorrow, not next week, not let's see what happens. We need these immediately.
Now! Help Ukraine 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 now!
Любі друзі, щирі українці, нас спіткало горе, до нас прийшов ворог, ворог прийшов в наші домівки. Ми, жителі американських штатів, цілком і повністю підтримуємо нашу армію, наших людей. Любі друзі, давайте ми своїм мітингом скажемо: нема війни, нема війни.
We're all here to support my homeland, my Ukraine, your Ukraine. I am here actually with my child who was born here but now has to witness this insane situation that happened. The people who called us brothers and sisters now attacking our land. My family in Ukraine, in the hot zones right now. Some of them already signed up to be part of the army, going to fight for our land in Ukraine. I know everyone here, every single person who showed up today, crying their hearts out at home. Our heart is beating very differently from Russian people. Please do not call us brothers and sisters. Just because you are our neighbors, it does not make you our relatives. Please stop this war. No war in Ukraine. No war in Ukraine.
Forgiveness. I'm asking forgiveness for all the atrocities that the Russians are doing on the land of Ukraine. I call on to all Russians everywhere. Stand with Ukraine. Stand